taking something that clearly deserves credit and then shitting on it and saying it's overrated. I'm not a sports fan, but I know that Tom Brady is shit on. But he's clearly the best that's ever lived.
I think what you're getting at, Charlie, is that I don't quite 100% agree with you about the Honor Majesty's Secret Service. I think there's actually legitimate reasons why people like that movie other than...
And
I get what you're saying.
But saying it's the best Bond movie ever made, you have to be a hipster asshole. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people out there who say it's the best one ever made. They're just being hipster assholes. And then with this, it's the reverse.
I think it's more what you're talking about in the second half. I think specifically with GoldenEye, you look at that movie compared to a lot of the other Bond films. It was the first to have a video game that I think had a life of its own. Like, I think some of these other Bond films, even prior to this, had a video game attached to it. Films after this movie had a video game attached to it. But nobody talks about those video games because they weren't that good. They weren't that revolutionary. And I bring up the video game because it was such a big deal with this specific movie. And I think it adds to the popularity of this movie. This movie, again, like, it is a revitalization of the Bond franchise in the 90s. It had a very successful video game. The movie itself was very successful. It had a successful James Bond. Like, there's a lot of reasons to like the movie, and I think that's why it gets like the reverse, or the people who want to be antagonistic towards the movie or just want to be contrarian because they're like, well, it had all these other successes. It was a huge commercial success. It was a huge commercial success, but I think like what you're saying though, is it owes it to the fact that it had a really good story, and it just so happened that the story really told a lot about that particular time and why is Bond still relevant, and it does all those things.
Were most of the comments negative?
Every comment is
like, this
negative.
movie's overrated, and I don't think the movie is overrated. I think it's definitely, if you were not to place this number one, I definitely can see it in anybody's. Again, there's 25 of these movies, so for me, it's like, if it's in the top 8, top 10, I think it's where it needs to be. Probably more than top 10, really. So at this point, so it's got to be in the top 8, really, or top 5, if you're really like being honest with yourself, because it's a great movie. It's kind of perfect. There's a reason why it was popular. There's a reason why it was so successful.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. What I'm getting at is that it's like hating the most popular kid in school because of their success, as opposed to, hate the most popular kid in school because they're an asshole. But then when you find out that most popular kid is actually a really good person, and you're like, I hate you even more.